Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. They're tuning in, they're turning out. The IPA Polka Show, without a doubt. So turn it up, we'll lay it down. The IPA Polka Show is back in town, singing la 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 lay. La 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 lay. Hey, they're tuning in, they're turning out. The IPA Polka Show, without a doubt. It's the IPA Polka Show. Let's go.
Dlaczego syn spotkany masz? Dlaczego powiedz mi? Nic sobie złego nie zrobiłem i zawsze kocham cię. Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Hey! Gdy będziesz płakać, to będzie źle. Proszę cię, nie płacz, nie. Jesteś na zawsze wybrana już i tylko kocham cię. Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Hey! Dlaczego syn spotkany masz? Dlaczego powiedz mi? Nic sobie złego nie zrobiłem i zawsze kocham cię. Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Everybody, help me sing along now. Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Czemu twe oczy tak smucą się? Czemu smuci się? Hey!
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Sunday morning IPA radio show. And sitting across from me, I'd like to introduce to you those people that are here in the studio this morning. Directly across from me is Dennis Mikolajewski, and he is an IPA director. And we have Danny and Laura Mateja. And Danny's an IPA director, and Laura's the recording secretary of the IPA. And yours truly, Bonnie Ryniec. And I'm a director with the IPA. And working and manning our controls today is Rick Jajutko. Now that's a name
silent.
I said correctly. Yes, he's silent. And he's our president.
El Presidente.
El Presidente. And right now we're going to have Danny and Laura give you a little bit of a recap as to last weekend's festivities. We all had such a great time, and they're just going to give you a little rundown and do some thank yous.
Hey, just real quick, that first song was actually from our weekend, and that was Shemu Shemu from Freeze Dried.
That's right. Which is the what, Dennis, in English?
Why?
Why Polka. Yes, as Bonnie mentioned, everybody, this past weekend, if you were there, you know about it. If you were not, you missed a great time, was our big IPA warm-up dance and Chicago Festival of Polka Bands, which occurs every third weekend in January, as it did this year. And we'd like to just acknowledge some of the entertainment. We'd like to thank you, or extend our thanks to many of the people who came and supported the event, and all the workers, and just talk a little bit about what went on. So
let's start off with Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
Saturday, the warm-up dance was held at Polonia Banquets. A big thank you to Marge and Dave and the entire staff. All the food was great. The bartenders were great. They were really hopping that night. We had about 150 people. We had a great turnout.
The band sounded great too. Freeze Dried did
They were
a fantastic
awesome.
job. Yep.
They were awesome, and people were up there the whole night watching them dancing, singing. We also had a big 80th birthday party celebration there, so we had balloons, and we just had a great time. And like I said, a really great turnout, especially from the out-of-towners.
I had such fun, such a good time, so much fun watching Freeze Dried, and I always like that mosh pit. The mosh pit of the dancers taking videos, taking pictures, jamming,
Selfies.
moving to all the songs, selfies. What fun!
But then I have the realization that they're way younger than me.
All the 20-somethings are up there.
That's right.
But
Why am I sitting at a table and they're over there dancing and having a good time? But that's great to see.
Yeah,
That next
that's what we want.
generation taking it
Yeah.
over.
Dennis, I
And-
saw you in the mosh pit. You
Okay,
were
I
in
was
the
there.
mosh pit.
Yes,
That's right. Dennis was in there.
And then the next day, we started off pretty early. We started around noon. We moved over to the Glendora house with Stan and Mary. And big thank you to their whole family. They always have great hospitality and treat us so well. And let's go over the rundown of music.
So we had a lot of entertainment on Sunday. We had 8 different bands performing, and actually we also wanted to mention that we did a live remote broadcast on the Polka Jammer Network on the internet. So 3 of the bands were featured. So of course we had bands like Freeze Dried, of course, played again for us. The music company opened things up and did a really good job. We had Keith Strauss and Polka Confetti performing on the radio show. And there was a special guest with Keith Strauss.
Right.
And who was that?
My friend Emily Bizon. She's the Junior Miss United States Polka Association Queen. She is the daughter of Debbie and Dan Bizon, and Debbie's a well-known, wonderful singer, and now her daughter has that beautiful voice. And actually, I actually missed them, unfortunately, because I was working, but I believe they did a duet, didn't they?
They did, yeah. And Emily's got a CD out, actually, which we'll be probably playing us cut from a little bit later
I believe it's
on.
called Polka's on My Mind, and we have it, and we're going to be playing a song pretty soon here.
But she did a great job up on stage. It was nice for her to come all the way from Grand Rapids,
From
Michigan,
Grand
to
Rapids.
join our fun. And then, of course, we're great to see Joe Valega back up on the stage from Chicago. We also had Jim Pulaski and his Johnny Bamba tribute, who did a really good job. They sound just like Johnny Bamba did back in the day.
They do a great job, and of course, we love the drummer, IPA advisor, Jake from State Farm, is what we
Yes.
call Jacob, right?
Jake Meeker.
Jake Meeker.
And then rounding out the entertainment, we had Bill Gula and the Chicago Image did a great job. The IPA tribute band was there. And then, of course, the great honky sounds of Polka Generations. The entire Gorak family were there with us. So we had a great time.
And they definitely held the crowd. They sounded great.
I thought the people were well entertained all day
Very
long.
much so.
It was cool too when you guys had your set with the IPA tribute band. You had some special guest dancers,
That's
right?
right,
That's
Dennis.
right.
Thanks for reminding us. Yes, we had the PRCUA, the Solu Dance Group, come out, and they do a routine to Eddie B's Polka Celebration, which of course was Song of the Year back in 1986. Also won a Grammy for Eddie B. And I thought the kids looked great dancing out there with their costumes on and entertaining everybody.
Like 24 dancers, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
about 20 or so, I'd say. So we thank them for coming out. Thank you very much to the PRC Wave of Lud. We hope to see them back at another polka dance in the future. And of course, we had some Polka Hall of Famers in attendance, right, Laura?
We had about 5 or 6. We had Kevin Adams from Ohio, also with his lovely wife Basha. And also Keith Strauss did perform with Polka Confetti.
Yeah, Andy Day was there from the Ampliers fame, and then Chet Schaefer, of course, the dean of Chicago radio, was there. One of the past presidents of the IPA. Wally Maduja, of course, our good buddy Waju was always who always comes out and supports us, was there, and of course
Chester
Chet Kowalkowski was there too. So it's great to see all the Polka Hall of Famers. We want to thank all of the volunteers, of course, that worked both days. Of course, many of us on the board work.
You're
but
welcome.
We also have a lot of volunteers outside of the organization, just polka fans and supporters
right.
of us in general that work the tables and work the raffles and did various things. So thank you to
And
everybody.
people are very
that came
nice. You
out.
go up and you ask them for help, and
Right.
they're like, "Sure." They don't
I
have
had
to.
a lot of people helping me with
Yeah,
raffles,
it's
and I
great.
do greatly appreciate that because we were kind of a little split up with doing the broadcast, as you mentioned, and doing the sound and the bands and the door, and
Right.
so it was great that I could pull some friends over and say, hey, could you give me a hand with this or that, and they're always. It was always yes, absolutely, I'll help you. So I do appreciate that as well as all of us.
And I think the last thank you, we need to say thanks to all of our IJs and DJs who supported our event, and especially
advertised it,
and read our flyer, and also all the out-of-towners that come in. It's growing every year. People get hotel rooms. They come out for both days, and they're talking about it just so much. We've got more now. I'm hearing Canadians want to come out next year, so it's growing every year, and I think it's great that it's a 2-day event. It makes it more worthwhile to drive out to Chicago, stay overnight, have a good time 2 days in a row.
Yeah, so for those of you listening, if you were there with us, we thank you for your support. And for those of you who didn't come, please put it on your calendar for next year, the third weekend in January every year. We do our big event here in Chicago, and please join us. So, Dennis?
Okay, well, we talked about Emily Bizon a little bit earlier and her website, emilybizon.com, and we're going to play a song called 1, 2, 3.
Everyone, let's have some fun. co nie widzieliśmy się, już minęło całe rocze, co nie widzieliśmy się. Jedzie kochaneczkę, jedzie tu do mnie. Cały roczek się smuciłam, a teraz jak się cieszę. Cały roczek się smuciłam, a teraz jak się cieszę. Jedzie kochaneczkę, jedzie tu do mnie. Obiecał, że się powróci, gdy na wojnie nie zginie. Obiecał, że się powróci, gdy na wojnie nie zginie. Jedzie kochaneczkę, jedzie tu do mnie. Może wiedzie pieszczonecie, może będzie wesele. Może wiedzie pieszczonecie, może będzie wesele.
All right, a little Jedzie Kochaneja from Charm City Sound. Hey, Bonnie, how about some announcements?
February 28th and March 1st, we have a 2-day event coming up in Ludlow at the PACC Hall in Ludlow, Massachusetts. It's the 10th annual IPA Benefit Dance, and this is hosted by Ed Schala and Freddie Kay. And that's featuring the boys along with guest vocalists Larry Trojak and Mark Trepage. And on the Saturday dance is February 28th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then on Sunday, March 1st, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., it's the tribute to Scrubby. And the music is by Lenny Gomulka's Chicago Push, Dennis Polisky and the Maestros Men, and the Eddie Foreman Orchestra. There are advance tickets only. There will be no tickets sold at the door. So you need to get advance tickets. The Saturday tickets are $15 per person, and the Sunday tickets are $20 per person. For tickets, you can call Ed Schala at 413-567-1961, and a Polish kitchen will be available.
And don't forget, Bonnie, both of the people who are running this are IPA directors,
That's right.
Freddie Kay and Ed Schala.
You know, and that event is always a sellout every year, folks. So if you are interested in going, please give Eddie a call as soon as possible so you're not disappointed and won't get in, because I believe Sunday is nearly sold out from what we understand. So
Wow, that's great. And I understand there is an IPA contingency going out there from
yes,
Chicago.
Yes,
We will
plan
be
on
there.
going out and supporting the event. So I'm looking
Our
forward to
flights
having
are
a good
booked.
time.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope we have a ticket, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. I better call Ed Schala.
And you can
We
call
forgot
Ed.
about the ticket.
Again, that number to call Ed is 413-567-1961.
I know Danny's connected, so he's going to go to our IPA Polka's website and take it right off of there and get that phone number and get his reservations after the show.
I know a guy who knows a guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next big IPA event coming up in the Chicagoland area is going to be our joint dance that we do every year along with our sister club here, the Let's Polka USA Club. And that's going to be taking place on Sunday, March the 22nd at Glendora Banquets. Doors open at 1 o'clock, music from 2 to 6. And this year we're going to be bringing back a special guest, the Canadian Hall of Famer John Gura, to perform with the IPA Tribute Band as he did last year. It was a big success last year. Everybody had a great time and really enjoyed John's performance we decided to ask him to come again, and he's obliged us, and we will be there on the 22nd entertaining the crowd like he did last year. Another special guest this year is from Omaha, Nebraska. Joining us on the stage will be the Polish fiddler, Patrick Nowak. And those of you in Chicago, I think, as well as across the country, may remember Patrick from his days in the 80s when he was very young and recorded a couple of albums with Eddie Blazonczyk Sr. So
I do. I
that's
remember.
right. He does a great job, very good fiddle player, and so we're going to have a great time. Once again, that's the IPA Tribute Band along with Polka Hall of Famer John Good, Patrick Nowak from Omaha, Nebraska. And of course, as we do every year, we're going to be inviting all of the Chicagoland Polka Hall of Famers to come up and perform if they'd like to. So lots of entertainment. That's Sunday, March 22nd. Admission is only $10 payable at the door. And for more information, of course, that website, Dennis, is
IPApolkas.com.
That's right.
Okay, how about we do a couple of requests? We'd all like to say hello to Richie and Sue Ellen Gomolka, who I know are home listening to the IPA show, as well as Michelle and Bob Piven and Jimmy Homel and the whole clan. Also, Rosemarie Tinsky, our polka sweetheart, who's always so kind. How about it, Bonnie? She's always sending cards to everybody.
Always. Hi, Rosemary.
As secretary of the IPA.
That's right. She's very involved with the IPA. And also, congratulations to Marie and Anthony. Marie gave birth to beautiful Layla, who was born in December of 2014, and congrats to them from proud grandpa Dave Valchuk. And he requested a song by Melvin, so we're going to play a song by the Downtown Sound, All Wound Up. And this one's called what, Dennis? Your favorite song?
Dr. Patient.
Here we go.
Orkiestra wesoło gra i każdy śpiewa i ula, tańczmy wszyscy do rana. Jasiu, Jasiu, śpiewaj tu nam, proszę prędko tu do pary, wszyscy pijmy se na zdrowie, jestem młody, to se piję, co mam robić, głowa mnie boli. O jak wesoło, wesoło, graj mi muzykanci, hej, hej! Gdzie pan boli, proszę się tutaj położyć, proszę tu sobie oddychać, jakie medycyny pan brał. To nic nie dużego, Jasiu, pan ma zadrójcie, pan za dużo wódki pije, potrzebny panu odpoczynek.
When you lose a loved one, the last thing you want to worry about is whether the funeral director you choose will personally attend to your needs with compassion and detail. Jeffrey Andrzunis and his staff at the Richard Midway Funeral Home care about the people they serve. Honesty, straightforwardness, and fair pricing are just a few of the traditions at the Richard Midway Funeral Home. If and when the time arises, or you are thinking about a prearranged funeral, call Jeffrey Andrzunis at 773-767-1840. That's 773-767-1840. The Richard Midway Funeral Home is located at 5749 South Archer Avenue in the heart of Chicago's Southwest Side. For thoughtful, sympathetic peace of mind, contact the staff at the Richard Midway Funeral Home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to tell you about another upcoming event here in the Chicagoland area, and that's the Illinois Polka Fest taking place on February 6th, 7th, and 8th at the Hyatt Regency. 1800 East Gulf Road in Schaumburg, Illinois. And the Illinois Polka Fest, for those of you who don't know, is probably one of the nation's biggest, if not the biggest, Slovenian Polka Fest, which has been occurring and being produced by the Doza family for over 20 years here in the Chicagoland area. They've got a great lineup of bands. It's all the heavy hitters, all the top Slovenian bands from across the country. Eddie Roduk from Ohio will be there. From Illinois, Bob Dozak. From Michigan, Klenek and Friends. And from Wisconsin, of course, our buddy Steve Meisner. Frank Stanger from Pennsylvania will be there. And a special tribute to America's Polka King, Frankie Yankovic, will be produced by Grant Kutsera from Wisconsin. There's going to be a Catholic Mass held at 4 o'clock on Saturday and daily jam sessions, so musicians bring your instruments. Once again, it's Friday the 6th of February from 5 to 1, Saturday the 7th from 11 to 1, and then Sunday from 11 to 3, February the 8th. Once again, that's the Illinois Polka Fest taking place at the Hyatt Regency. There's more information if you would like. You can go on Facebook to Illinois Polka Fest, or for information, you can call 815-634-0907.
Yeah, I just so happen to have a Steve Meisner CD in my hand here.
This will be appearing at the Illinois
Polka one called
Fest.
Meisner Time. This one strikes my interest. It's called The Waddling Duck. Let's just keep the music going here. Let's do one by the Pala Brothers. We'll send it out to Chester and Jeannie Pala and Ellen Carol Pala. One called My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own.
Heart of mine, our love could never be. But then I hear your voice and something stirs inside of me. Somehow I can't dismiss the memory of your kiss. Yes, my heart has a mind of its own. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how I try, I just can't turn the other way. When I'm with someone new, I always think of you. Yes, my heart has a mind of its own. I'm just your used to be. It's wrong, and yet I know forgetting you would be a hopeless thing. For I'm a puppet and I just can't seem to break the string. I say I'll let you go, but then my heart says no. Guess my heart has a mind of its own.
Hey Bonnie, what time is it?
It's birthday time.
And here we go. On January 25th, our IPA members who are celebrating birthdays are Craig Marsolik and Walter Maduja, our Hall of Famer from Chicago. On the 26th, Laura Bethke. On the 28th, Sharon Hyman and Ray Canoza are one of our wonderful members from Canada.
And on the 29th, Mary Ann Robinson. On the 30th, Chet Dombrowski. And on the 31st, Richard Leach. Happy birthday to each and every one of you lovely people.
Happy birthday!
Stolat.
Okay, today we have the Lucky Lottery Dance, and that is going to be done for you by Bel Air. Produced by. Thank you, Danny. That's the word I was looking for.
You're welcome,
Speaking
Bon.
of producing, I've got a story for you later on. January is National Polka Month, so that means that they're going to be having a dance today at the Glendora House. Admission is $10. Everyone receives an instant lottery ticket, free if you're over 21 years old. Doors open at 1 o'clock. Music is from 1:30 to 5:30. So go on out, folks, and support this dance and get your free lottery ticket. You could be a big winner.
That's right.
And then also coming up on Sunday, February 8th, Let's Polka USA Club is holding their Valentine's Day dance featuring Lenny Zerlinski's D Street Band. Doors open at 1 and music will go from 2 to 6. And that will be held once again at the Glendora Banquet Hall. It's $10 at the door. And if you are looking for tickets, you can call Norb Chesla at 708-532-8919. And also, we have Let's Polka USA meeting coming up on February 11th. And that will be also at the Glendora House from 7 to 10 o'clock in the evening, and there will be music provided, so come on out.
Yeah, earlier Bonnie mentioned the Lucky Lottery Dance that's going on later today. So I've got one in the turntable. Geez, where am I coming from? Turntable. One from the Windy City Brass featuring our Pioneer Category Hall of Famer, Ted Okresik on the vocal. One called Blondie.
Dziewczyno, blondyno, ty kochanie moje, podaj mi chusteczkę do kieszeni mojej, podaj mi chusteczkę do kieszeni mojej.
Żebym 1000 miała, to bym ci nie dała. Ty nie mój kawaler, ja nie twoja panna. Ty nie mój kawaler, ja nie twoja panna.
Dziewczyno, jagodo, kamień jest nad wodą. Jak kamień popłynie, ożenię się z tobą. Jak kamień popłynie, ożenię się z tobą.
Gdzież ty widział, durniu, że kamień popłynie? Jak tyś mnie nie kochał, po co śpiewa u mnie? Jak tyś mnie nie kochał, po co śpiewa u mnie?
Dziewczyno, blondyno, ja tylko żartuję. Zapomnij co mówię, nie dam wolność tobie. Zapomnij co mówię, nie dam wolność tobie.
Będziesz chodził do mnie, ale nie przystaniesz. Czy ty mówisz prawdę, mój kawaler będziesz? Czy ty mówisz prawdę, mój kawaler będziesz?
On Saturday, February 7th, there's going to be a Punchki Ball, the 5th annual Punchki Ball. It's a dinner dance fundraiser at the Casa Maria Hall. It's on the grounds of St. Maria Goretti Church, 500 Northgate Drive in Dwyer, Indiana. It's dinner dancing and raffles. There will be a family-style Polish dinner, cash bar, and the music is by Jimmy Killian's Polka Band. For tickets and more details, please call Ambrose Capitan at area code 219-864-7343 or email at aampak@comcast.net. Tickets are $25 per person.
This seems to be the season for Punchki dances because I've got St. Andrew the Apostles in Calumet City, their 43rd annual Punchkove Ball. That's located, once again, St. Andrew's Parish at Freeland Avenue and 156th Street in Calumet City, Illinois. That's going to be held on Saturday, February 14th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Music from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. by the Music Company. Drinks, Polish food, and punchki. Admission, $10 payable at the door. If you need more information, feel free to call 708-862-4165.
You know, Dennis, that St. Andrew's Kitchen always has some of the best punchki too, but get there early, folks, because they do sell out.
Right.
Yeah.
They also have the lazy pierogi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's always a favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, come on out to the Cabin Fever Polka Dance on Sunday, February the 22nd. This is taking place at the Stardust Banquets, 5688 North Milwaukee Avenue. Doors open at 1 o'clock, music from 2 to 6, featuring the Polka Generations Band. Admission is only $12 per person. Polka fun for everyone. You can bring your own snacks. Of course, there's a cash bar and there's going to be raffles. So once again, that's the Cabin Fever Polka Dance, Sunday, February 25th at the Stardust Banquets, featuring the music of the Polka Generations.
Ready for more music, guys? How about one from our Canadian Hall of Famer John Goodo from the Polka Playing Full CD, one called Out Behind the Barn.
Woohoo!
I got my education out behind the and no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me. My pappy used to tan my hide out behind the barn. He taught me to be dignified out behind the barn. When he took that strap to me and turned me down across his knee, he sure did hurt my dignity out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. I ain't a fool and no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me. I smoked my first cigarette out behind the barn. That's one day I won't forget out behind the barn. I got sick, you should have seen how that tobacco turned me green. I almost died from nicotine out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. I ain't a fool and no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me. I met a pretty girl one day out behind the barn. She wanted me to stay and play out behind the barn. She taught me how to kiss and pet. That's one game I won't forget. I wish we played that same game yet out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. I ain't a fool and no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me. Oh, I wish that I could go again out behind the barn and do the things that we did then out behind the barn. You may think it ain't much fun to be a poor old farmer's son. You just don't know what we've done out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. I ain't a fool and no siree. Passed each examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me.
All right, and we have some people we'd like to send our prayers and wishes to. Jean Bonievich is struggling with some health issues lately, and we just want him to know that we're all thinking about him and praying for him. And Gene was in various polka bands throughout the years. He's a great trumpet player and entertainer, most memorably with the Joe Pat Band from Chicago. And these wishes are coming from the Krayson and Mateja families, and also everyone in the Bonievich families. Best wishes to you, Gene. We are thinking about you. As well to Leon Kozicki, who's had a lot of health issues lately, and he's one of the founders of the International Polka Association and is currently an Illinois trustee. And from all of the officers and directors from the IPA, we wish you lots of good health and Godspeed to you, and that you get a lot of better health coming your way in the next year to you, Leon. As well, another sad note, our friends at the CPA have lost a wonderful friend, the Sunshine Lady. Her name is Jo Lakota, and she suddenly passed away a few days ago. So from the president of the Cleveland Polka Association, Jilly Kay, and all of her officers and directors, they know her as J-Lo was her nickname, which is really cute. She had a bubbly personality, a wonderful gal. And so from all of us and the entire board of the International Polka Association, our condolences to the family of Jo Lakota.
Okay, right now it's going to be waltz time. We've got a very nice waltz on the turntable by Polka Hall of Famer Mary Lush, one called the Guralu Chichinyenshal.
gra i góry porzucić trzeba. Dla chleba, bracie, dla chleba. Góralu, czy ci nie żal? Góralu, wróć się do hali. Zostali ojcowie, ty pojedziesz od nich w dal. Co z nimi będzie, a kto wie? Góralu, czy ci nie żal? Góralu, wróć się do hal. Dziecko płacze, może już ich nie zobaczę i starych porzucić trzeba. Dla chleba, panie, dla chleba. Góralu, czy ci nie żal? Góralu, wróć się do hali.
I want to remind everybody that coming up on Sunday, March 1st, it's the Pack the Pantry Dance at Glendora Banquets, 10225 South Harlem. We'll be featuring the music of Bob Colo's Misty Blues from Michigan. Doors open at 1 o'clock, music and dancing from 1:30 to 5:30. Admission price will be $12 payable at the door. Children 12 and under are free. Food and drinks will be available for purchase.
All right, Bon, why don't you tell the folks about a couple of events that are coming up being produced by Patrick Henry in the next couple months.
Okay, on Friday, March 20th at 8 o'clock p.m., the Glendora Banquets will have a polka family band. And again, Glendora's at 10225 South Harlem Avenue. It's a pizza party. Pizza slices will be available. And this is by Patrick Henry, featuring the Polka Family Band on Friday, March 20th. $15 admission. And then another Patrick Henry production is on Sunday, March 29th, featuring Jeff Milechko and the Dyna Brass. And again, that's at Glendora. And that's on Sunday, March 29th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., $12 admission. Jeff Milechko and the Dyna Brass are from Michigan.
All right, and we also like to give a plug to an event that happens every year in Wyandotte, Michigan. This year is taking place on Saturday, April the 25th, and that's the annual Gift of Life dance. That's the Lisa Biskup Memorial Dance, and I believe this is like the 9th or 10th annual, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very, very good event. It goes for a very good cause. All the money goes to charity. It's produced by our good buddy Ron Biskup out there in honor of his late daughter Lisa. And that's going to be taking place on Saturday, April the 25th in Wyandotte, Michigan at the PRCUA, featuring 3 bands, The Boys, The Crew Brothers, and Accordions A Go-Go. And for those of you in Chicago that would like to go, the IPA and the Festival of Friendship is going to be running a bus trip out there. And you can give our good buddy Dave a call, former president of the IPA, Dave Uliski, at 312-315-2215 if you're interested in attending. It's always a good time. A lot of people in Chicago have attended and hopefully will attend this year. Saturday, April 25th. Of course, the bus trip leaves on Saturday and it will arrive home at 3 p.m. on Sunday. Give Dave a call for more information, 312-315-2215.
And that's a very memorable date because that's our favorite first mom's birthday, Sally Rajutko.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. We'll have to
And
take her
don't
out
miss
and
that bus
celebrate.
trip because
TV star.
And TV star.
our bus trips are rocking. You don't want to miss
That's
our bus
right.
trips.
It'll be a good time.
We have quite the reputation of running a fun trip, right?
Don't come knocking if the buses are rocking.
And you know what? I didn't say this, but I should mention I missed it. It's $160 per person, double occupancy, $195 per person, single occupancy, and for all for that you of course get your room, your admission to the dance, motor coach transportation, of course, refreshments on the bus, and most importantly, a hell of a lot of fun.
Yep. But there's usually a little after party too that Dave runs, so that's always fun too. So please join us.
And we always see those Canadians. We love those Canadians.
Love our Canadians.
Hey, you know what? We just heard the voice of our engineer, Rick Rizzuto, talking over me.
Home and native land.
Hey, I thought he didn't have a mic.
Well, I was.
He doesn't need one.
Hatred, love, in all thy sons command.
It's going downhill.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
What
All
song
right,
are we going to play, Dennis?
News Obedic time. It's Why Did You Leave Me Obedic?
Why did you leave me? Why did you go away? Now I'm so sad and blue. Things will not be the same, and I know I'm to blame. Don't know what I'm to do. I wanted to spend my life having you as my wife. Darling, I still love you. Czemu zostawiłaś mnie? Teraz ja jestem sam. Smutno bez ciebie, wróć do mnie, dziewczę. Nie wiem, co ja tu zrobię. Chciałem żyć z tobą, ma całe życie, bo jeszcze kocham cię. All that I have now are memories of you and dreams that are not to be. If you come back to stay, I promise to change my ways. Just one more chance and you'll see. Forever I'll spend my life loving you as my wife, sweetheart, just you and me. Została mi się tylko pamięć cię. Wróć do mnie, ja się zmienię. Zrobię to dla ciebie i zrobię co mogę, bo ja potrzebuję cię. Zawsze na życie, życie na żonę, ty i je kochanie.
When you need to place your trust and confidence in a funeral home in time of need, turn to Ed Tilka. Ed is committed to your complete satisfaction and prides himself on the quality of service and dedication to your individual needs. He will ensure that the arrangements you make meet your wishes. He will explain the value and benefit of all available options. He offers an unequaled selection of services not available at many other funeral homes, such as assisting with your family's travel accommodations for the funeral, as well as access to their grief management library and licensed grief counselors at the 24-hour Compassion Helpline. Ed does this because providing your family with peace of mind is his top priority. Ed has over 20 years of experience serving in the funeral industry. He is the manager and director at Ridge Funeral Home, 6620 West Archer Avenue on the southwest side, and Moloch Funeral Home, 6000 North Milwaukee Avenue, as well as Montclair Lucania Funeral Home, 6901 West Belmont Avenue on the northwest side. Contact Ed at 773-585-7900, 773-774-4100, or 773-622-9300, a member of the Dignity Memorial Network. All right, this next tune's going to be by Wally Dombrowski. The CD is called Back to Roots. It's his solo project. We're going to do this song especially for Mary from the Glendora House, and it's called Mary's Gołąbki. I'd like to take this opportunity to announce that I'm co-producing a show for the Beverly Theater Guild. It's called Doubt, a Parable, and it's a play about a priest and some nuns and a very vindictive nun that accuses him of some things. It's going to be a very interesting show. It's going to take place the weekend of February 13th, 14th, 15th. And the tickets are $20, and you can look online at www.beverlytheaterguild.org, and we currently have a discounted ticket offer going on, or you can call 1-773-BTG-TIX. TIX is spelled TIXS, or that number is 1-773-284-8497, or you can contact me because I'm a co-producer, and that's catroom@comcast.net. And on that note, I'd also like to just say we're going to go out with a song that commemorates 29 years ago when our Bears were in the Super Bowl.
All right, have a great polka weekend, everybody.
Bye.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. Make every play, pave the way to victory. Bear down.
fearlessly. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. Bear down, Chicago Bears, and let them know you'll be wearing the crown. You're the pride and joy of Illinois. Chicago Bears, bear down. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Make every play, pave the way to victory. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Put up a fight with the might so fearlessly. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T4.